All right, tech fans, last time around, the GTX 980 Ti Amp Extreme Edition was like the fastest looking card that we tested in that series. Now, will the GTX 1080 from ZOTAC follow in those same footsteps? Will it? I think you're gonna be pretty surprised. This is one awesome and freaking badass card. It's big, it's bad, it's bold, and it's faster than freaking greased lightning. Maybe not faster than the Flash, but who knows? Let's check this card out. So for you fans out there who want the full Monty, we're gonna go ahead and do the unboxing. And for you fools out there thinking about leaving some funky comment, well, we've got something for you as well. So anyways, here's the front of the box. You guys can see all their good stuff. 8GB, Ice Storm, Echo Armor, Freeze Tech, Echo Fan, and Spectra, yada yada. It's a box. Some people like to see the box. So I'll spin around the side. You guys can see that. And while I'm there, I will take the knife and make myself a slight little cut, trying to make this nice and gently here. In fact, maybe I won't even use the knife. There's a piece of tape here, and I think this time it might be actually easier just to pull the tape instead of cutting the box. So here we go. I will just pull some tape there, and I actually messed up and cut the box. Aw, I messed up. But that's that. So anyways, here's the back. Now they have a lot of stuff on the back of the card, as you guys can see. Ice Storm, efficient cooling for max performance. Spectra, stylize your cards, light up your game, which means basically there's going to be a bunch of lights on the card like everything else that's out these days, where you can change all the lighting, all the RGB stuff, you know, that all 16.8 million colors, yada yada, all that stuff. Echo Fan increases airflow for superior cooling, and then Firestorm, which is a fine tune for enhanced intelligence, which is, you know, basically using their software and stuff. And Precision X if you guys haven't used it. And with that said, then, is there anything else in the box? And that's pretty much it. And nothing on the bottom. Yep, I guess there is some stuff on the bottom, but it's nothing to really be talked about, just serial numbers. So let's begin the unboxing and see what comes inside the box. So like usual, it's going to be a boxception. We have a box inside the box. Yada yada, like usual, that's the same thing. All right then, here we go. ZOTAC black box. Woo-wee! All right. Pop around the side, pop the cap. We have a nice foam thing. I'll throw it to the cameraman. Oh, almost cut his neck off with it. I was that close. All right then, so here we go. We have this little ZOTAC little thing here. Inside, we have the driver CD, case badge, quick installation guide. Good stuff there. Yeah. All right. All right, 2 6-pin to 8, and then again, another 2 6-pin to 8 connections right there. And that's pretty much everything that comes in the box. Obviously the card comes in an anti-static bag, but now let's just move on and actually talk about the card, the specs, the speeds and feeds, and all that other good crap. You guys can see right off the bat that the Amp Extreme card is freaking ginormous. It has 3 fans on the front, and the card size is an amazing 12 inches, a real lady pleaser, by 5 inches high, and it's almost a 2.5 card slot design. This bad boy is big. And also you guys can see there's a little thing on top that says push the limit. This will all light up, so you guys can have all those awesome colors inside your card. Now, if we flip the card up to the top side, you guys can see there are 2 8-pin power connectors, and you guys can see there's cooling fins going all the way from the front of the card all the way to the back of the card. This thing is totally geared to be cooled on the killer level. And when we flip the card around onto its side, you guys can see the heat fins that are running all the way through, and you can also see the copper heat pipes that permeate throughout the entire card itself. Now, when we flip this bad boy around to the back plate, you guys can see once again it says push it to the limit. And I gotta tell you guys that this is amazing. This is pretty much the most massive, badass back plate that you're going to frickin' get. It is just amazing. You guys can all see there's a chip right here. This is for your power boost, which makes your card go super duper fast. And you guys can see up here on top, there are 2 SLI fingers for doing SLI configurations. I believe with these cards, you can do up to quad, although only using 2 is what's suggested by the people over at NVIDIA at this moment. At the very bottom, you guys can see the PCI insertion slot as well. And lastly, the card outputs feature the following: a single DVI, 3 display ports, and an HDMI connection. Now let's talk about the feeds and speeds. Now the CUDA cores on this card are 2560, 8GB of GDDR5X memory, 256-bit memory bus. The engine clock on this thing, however, is overclocked. Base clock of 1771 megahertz and a boost clock of 1911 megahertz right out of the box, doing absolutely nothing. The memory clock is set at 10.8 gigahertz. Just like the Founders Edition card, the recommended power supply is a 500 watt, but the power consumption on this card is much higher. It's at 270 watts, and those get connected to those dual 8-pin power connectors we showed you earlier. All right, folks, real quick before we jump into those benches and rock out, let's real quick take a look at our test system, and we did finally upgrade it to an i7. Now it's time to bang your head without smashing your screen to the benchmark song. Rock on. Alright, so there you have it, the ZOTAC GTX 1080 Amp Extreme Edition. Fucking fast, right? Average boost clock at 1915 megahertz. That's fucking incredible. They say 1911, but it's even faster than that. You guys can see that this thing was able to be overclocked to easily to 2.01 gigahertz, so that's incredible. I didn't really want to push it any further because I didn't want to fry my card, because I'm really trying to push to get another one to build an SLI system. You're watching ZOTAC, hint, 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 and I don't want to blow my card up, but I think that you could push it even farther if you wanted to, maybe put it in a cooler room. You know, where we live at, it's pretty dang hot. We live by the desert, but this card still kicked a lot of ass. So just like last time around, it's the fastest card. Now, I haven't tested the Lightning card, or if MSI has that card out yet. That's the only one I've ever seen whose numbers ever came really anything totally close like this. But for now, I gotta say, this is the fastest 1080 that I have seen. Now, we will try to get a hold of EVGA and see if we can get their super clocked edition and see if it beats this, and then we'll try to move into the arena of the water clock cards and see how they do and see if we can get even further performance. But as it is, the Amp Extreme once again kicks serious ass. It's just one giant ass card. It's big and it's heavy, so if you're looking to put it in like in a little mini system, it just ain't happening. I'm just gonna say that. This card's big, it's long. You guys saw how big and giant this card is. Almost 3-card slot card. It's just so big. So that's really the only caveat about it. But beyond that, if you're looking for a super duper fast GTX 1080, you want to be faster than hell, and you don't care about size, all you care about is killer performance, this may be the card for you. I'm Eric, you've been watching Tech Tomorrow. Down below that like button, I hope you guys know what to do by now. Will be all the information on this. We should purchase one of these things for yourself and stick it in your system and kick ass. See ya.